Oklahoma's children in crisis.
I just want to try to make up everything that I missed out on.
On any given day, an estimated 26,000 kids in the Sooner State have a parent in prison.
Kids are 6 to 7 times more likely to go to prison themselves if they've had a parent in prison.
So how do we break the cycle? How do we ensure Oklahoma kids are set up for success as adults?
We're finally starting to do things the right way in Oklahoma, and I'm optimistic that we're going to continue down that path.
You're watching KOCO5 Chronicle, Project Community, digging into the issues impacting our children and our future.
Thank you for joining us for KOCO5 Chronicle, Project Community. I'm Jessica Shambach. Oklahoma has the highest incarceration rate in the country. When parents are locked up, it has a big impact on children.
Kids are 6 to 7 times more likely to go to prison themselves if they've had a parent in prison.
On any given day, 26,000 Oklahoma children have a parent in prison.
It's a family trend. It's a pipeline to prison, what we see. And we're trying to work to try and reduce those rates of individuals going to prison or get those counseling services available to those kids to hopefully stop that pathway.
Joe Dorman works with the Oklahoma Institute for Child Advocacy, a voice for kids at the state capitol.
We're working at the state capitol to try and educate lawmakers to better understand those resources need to be in place. Improve the schools, improve the quality of life, provide opportunities for individuals to receive that help that they need.
Dorman says a big part of the problem, high poverty rates. He's hopeful under a new administration.
We're finally starting to do things the right way in Oklahoma, and I'm optimistic that we're going to continue down that path.
Oklahoma also has the highest women's incarceration rate in the country. It's oftentimes toughest on their children. We've shown you the scope of the problem, now the face of it. For 3 years, this wasn't an option for this family, just spending time together. Mom Lindsay was in prison and rehab.
A heavy drug addiction and choosing the wrong paths and making the wrong decisions.
So her kids bounced from one relative to another. The oldest, Alexis, just 12 at the time, was forced to grow up fast.
I was kind of like the ringleader, had to take care of everybody. Definitely, I get a lot different than a lot of kids because a lot of kids just didn't understand.
There you are, I found you. Are you ready for story time?
This was their only real contact, watching recorded videos on a screen. That, along with letters and phone calls.
When she was in prison, we never visited her.
I always thought they would resent me forever for being away from them and not being able to help them grow. Honestly, prison opened my eyes, but rehab saved me.
And it saved her family. Now simple moments like this aren't taken for granted.
It's great. I just want to try to make up everything that I missed out on.
I win.
Next game.
Parents don't have to miss out on their children's lives while in prison. There are programs connecting inmates with their kids.
Abby, come on kids. There you are, I found you.
Story time from prison. Parents read books while their children follow along from home. Moms and dads encouraging their kids with positive messages.
I know Mommy loves you and Mommy will be right here soon and they're honey pictures. And just know I love you very, very much. Give me a wisey bowl kiss like always. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Buzz her.
She just told us that she loved us, and she showed us pictures that she had of us, and it made us feel happy and loved.
These videos thanks to the OK Messages Project.
They feel like they're there, their parents there reading to them.
It just cleared everything up, just made us feel better and like safer at home instead of worrying about her all the time.
I'm so proud to have you as my kids, and I'm working hard to learn how to be a better mommy when I get out.
OK Messages Project hopes to break the cycle one book at a time.
We want to empower and equip kids of incarcerated parents to have a much better present and a much better future.
They tell us they're also seeing reading levels improve for the children involved. By the way, volunteers help make this program possible. As part of KOCO's Project Community, we had a panel of experts to talk about how kids are impacted by their parents being in prison. And we aired it on Facebook Live and took your questions. They say it's very important for children to stay connected with their incarcerated parents.
The number one thing children need when a parent goes to prison is to maintain a relationship.
Nearly 800 people seeking shelter through the YWCA shelter for battered women and children. Half of them were just kids saved from domestic violence. And we're looking at Oklahoma's staggering numbers and the lasting impact domestic violence has on our children. Here's Jason Hackett.
Domestic violence is a problem nationwide, but here in Oklahoma, unfortunately, we occupy a very dubious space. Brandon Paisley, Senior Director of Specialized Training at YWCA Oklahoma City, says the numbers are staggering.
Currently, we are 11th in the nation. I believe in the past few years, we were 3rd in the nation 2 years in a row.
According to the Oklahoma Domestic Violence Fatality Review Board, 91 people died in domestic violence-related incidents in Oklahoma in 2017. 11 of them were children.
We used to think the kids were in their bedroom. They never saw anything happen. They never saw anybody being hit.
It highlights the importance of Brandon and the YWCA's role in the community. Currently, the organization operates the only shelter for battered women and children in Oklahoma County. In 2018, 778 people were given safety through their emergency shelter program. Half of those sheltered were children.
Children are even affected at a younger age, greater than an older age. This has a lot to do with brain development, consequently have issues with higher thinking, judgment, critical thinking.
The YWCA providing an atmosphere of hope, which can in turn lead to healing.
Fortunately, we have a dedicated staff and an amazing pool of volunteers that provide us with those needs. The presence of at least one loving and supportive adult figure in their life can make all the difference in the world.
For more domestic violence resources in the community, head over to the KOCO app and click on the Project Community tab. Jason Hackett, KOCO 5 News.
Living in domestic violence, one Oklahoma teen is on her way to recovery after years of watching her mother get abused by different boyfriends. KOCO's Alex Housden sat down with the 14-year-old who was brave enough to share her story.
I guess her way of letting loose was dating a lot of men, and when she did that, some of the men were abusive.
For years, this Oklahoma teen watched her mom get beat up by multiple boyfriends.
She just didn't know how to let go.
When the abuse started, the teen blamed herself. The only place she called home was now the last place she wanted to be.
When I would go to school, I'll be scared to come back home, because I wouldn't know if my mom was okay or not.
The continued abuse sent the teen down a spiral. She began acting out and having suicidal thoughts.
I remember days that I would cry myself to sleep because I would hear them arguing.
At the time, she lived in South Carolina, but after years of enduring so much pain, she moved to Oklahoma with her aunt and found help to cope at Pivot.
I'm not depressed anymore. I talk about my problems more. I have a journal and I write in it, and I try to talk to my aunt about my problems instead of holding it in.
After undergoing intense therapy, she's doing a lot better. With faith and hope, she can now put the past behind her.
Almost $158 million. That's how much more money Oklahoma lawmakers want to set aside for common education. Educators we talked to say it's much needed because our schools are underfunded.
Extra seating, alternative seating.
6th grade teacher Amber Spradlin showed us the stuff she paid for out of pocket for her classroom. A table, bookshelf.
These little things I can pick up at a garage sale.
She teaches English at Nakoma Park Middle School and says, simply put, Oklahoma schools need more money.
We need more teachers. We need bigger classrooms. We need smaller class sizes. We need to be able to keep up with our growing communities.
After last year's teacher walkout, lawmakers invested an extra $480 million in Oklahoma schools.
We had great first steps last year.
Catherine Bishop is vice president of the Oklahoma Education Association, the state's largest teachers union.
We rank 44th in the nation on what we spend per pupil for our classrooms. So there's a lot lacking. It is up-to-date textbooks. It is the resource and curriculum materials.
And trained teachers. Oklahoma faced with a significant teacher shortage.
The matter of the fact is, we still have this date 3,000 teachers that were brought in to teach in a classroom that the districts had to ask for an emergency certification.
The Germix is donated.
The House and Senate passed the budget bill. It includes a more than $1,200 teacher pay raise. The governor signed it in May. And many districts announced additional pay raises for their teachers over the summer on top of the raise from the state. Education advocates say that this shows that districts are making education a priority for students. We'll continue our look at education in Oklahoma and how it's impacting our children. Plus, hear from a student who says she doesn't get enough support in the classroom. And we also introduce you to a woman who has an online community dedicated to helping teachers with classroom supplies. And then the impact a local church is making on foster children right here in Oklahoma. The new program they just started.